Cliodhna Moloney-MacDonald, you're back, finally. It's been such a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a long time. Lots kind of happened between now and then, and Six Nations and wedding and World Cup and back. Yeah, it's good to be home.
At the end of last season, you were injured, so you missed the last few games of the season. But then you soon put all that to bed and you got married. Tell us a little bit about your wedding to Claudia.
Yeah, we like to keep things interesting, so we obviously didn't have much time to see each other beforehand. Obviously, I was injured, so I went back to Ireland early pre-Six Nations, and then spent the whole of up until from February to May there. Pretty much, end of April, start of May, and then we got married the 11th of May. So I think I have to hat tip to Claude. She did the majority of the planning as regards the wedding. So we had a beautiful wedding over in Rhodes in Greece, and both of our families were all able to make it, and a couple of close friends. So that was very special. Then we had 2 or 3 weeks of time together, and then straight back into World Cup prep for both of us. So over the last kind of week or two, we've kind of got to see each other a little bit more properly out of camp environment again since. But yeah, it's been a very, very busy few months.
So after your wedding, you were then waiting for World Cup selection.
Yes.
That came through, and you were the only player in the squad who was actually in the second World Cup. Did you ever think that was going to happen? Because for a few years there, you weren't part of the Ireland setup.
Yeah, particularly when I came down to Exeter, I was, I wasn't sure if I'd ever play for Ireland again. It was in the period when I wasn't in the squad, and I was very glad to get the call up to go back. And then that team and that journey was all about re-qualifying and getting Ireland back to a World Cup, and then hopefully putting myself in a position to be selected for that. So it was a very special occasion.
I mean, the wave of green, it was a real big push to try and play 7 matches in the World Cup. I felt like Ireland did themselves proud. How did you feel?
Yeah, very, very proud of the group. As you mentioned, we obviously didn't qualify for 2021, so I was the only one remaining from that 2017 group, and a lot of it was kind of probably putting Ireland back on the world stage. And it is a really young group aside from a few of us, but I'm really proud of what they've done, because for a long time people didn't think it was possible for Ireland to be playing at that level, and I'm glad of where we are now. But that group is also really hungry and there's a lot more to do. So we were bitterly disappointed about the quarter-final, but still very, very proud of the fight and the performance that we put in.
That quarter-final was at Sandy Park. A lot of our fans would have watched it. It was so painful because it really felt that you were going to win it right at the death. Obviously there was the incident with the player who wasn't sent off, and it must have felt very, very bitter at the end.
Yeah, it was. It was a bit anticlimactic because we didn't really know where we stood. To be honest with you, during the game and stuff, we'd been so dominant, but then obviously the conditions changed and stuff like that. So yeah, some decisions that were down to us, we could have changed the course of that game too, and that's probably more disappointing than things that weren't dealt with on the day by the referee or whatever. So I'd say our learnings from that are bigger than anything else. But yeah, the group, we've reviewed and everything, and everyone's taken their time off, which is duly deserved. But I'm very excited to be back in Sandy Park and back with the girls.
Did you go to the final? Did you go and watch Claudia?
I did, yeah. I went to every game. I went to both semi-finals and I went to the final. Brilliant occasions. Very proud, just as someone that's involved in women's rugby, not only having my partner in that team, my wife, and a lot of friends as well, and ex-teammates. It's really special for women's rugby, and it was a really special couple of weeks for everyone that's been involved since the early days. It's brilliant.
Now you're back at home, and you're straight back in the team, and you're going to get your 50th Exeter Chiefs appearance along with your Ireland teammate Nancy. So you're both going to get 50 on the same day. How does that make you feel?
It's bizarre. I didn't actually realise that was happening until a couple of days ago. But it's really special, and it's brilliant that the club commemorate those milestones and achievements along the way. It'll be very special to do it with Nancy. I've been really impressed with how Nancy has taken kind of her journey to Ireland and stuff like that, and she's really embraced it and enjoyed every step along the way. The girls have really embraced her too, and she really enjoys that group. So I've been very proud of seeing her do that. And really looking forward to playing with her again on Saturday.
My last question, how did you decide between Moloney-MacDonald or MacDonald-Moloney?
It was just kind of what rolled off the tongue easier, I think. There was no real other reason around it.
Okay, well, we're wishing everyone luck who gets all those letters on the back of those shirts. And good luck this weekend.
Thank you very much.